Hooty hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. It's Friday. Made it till the end of the week. What do we got today? We got new record highs again. Dow Jones is up about 100 points. NASDAQ is actually down about 50, but the SPY keeps hitting a new record high, and a little frustrating for me. I put some puts on the SPY on Wednesday, and I'm down on those. It keeps grinding higher, keeps hitting a new record. Now, am I worried? Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about my puts, to tell you the truth. I have one more week left. They expire next Friday, but let's think about this. Okay, so the SPY has been up 8 days in a row. 8 days in a row. Every day, higher. Now, you get to 7 days in a row, it's very unusual. You get to 10 days in a row, that almost never happens. But so far, we've been up 8 days in a row on the SPY. Now, I think we're going to get a pullback here. I think we are. Now, why do I think that? Well, once again, the VIX is getting incredibly low. It's below 15. That's an incredibly low number, right? And the options on the VIX will tell you it's getting ready to explode higher. Now, also watch the HYG. This is the junk bonds. Junk bonds are going down, and they usually lead the market down. And when they go down, the market usually follows. Yes, I think the SPY is going to come in. I'm going to leave my puts on. I'm going to leave them on into next week and see what happens. So what else is going on today? Well, you see, what happened yesterday was interesting. The SPY was actually down, right? It was actually down, but then the Federal Reserve, they basically came out and said that, well, we're not going to raise rates ever. Well, for a very long time, they say. No near-term rate increases. And I believe that. I don't think they're going to raise rates. I think they're going to just print money into oblivion. But I do think we're going to get a pullback in the SPY. But yesterday it was down, and the Federal Reserve came in and they talked it back up. Now, do you have confidence in the Federal Reserve more now that, well, they investigated themselves about insider trading? They all got caught red-handed. Insider trading. Now, you got to understand that all these Fed presidents, well, they're all multimillionaires, and they take their money and put it into the market and front-run their decisions to make more millions of dollars. It's basically stealing money from you and me, but, you know, they are so powerful that it doesn't matter. They're more powerful than the government. Look, if the president of the United States did this, there'll probably be a bigger scandal. But the Federal Reserve, they're allowed to do this because they have so much power. They keep buying everything. They're going to own everything at some point. Look, they keep buying. That's what they do. They print money, your money and my money, and they buy stuff. Now here's how it works. Okay, so let's say it's actually called the Cantillon effect. It's those closest to the money get most of the money. So what happens? So you got these big banks, right? JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, all these big banks. And the Federal Reserve, they print this money, right? And now these big banks, they get the money from the Federal Reserve and they don't pay anything. Interest rate is about 0%. 0%. Now, what do these big banks do with the money? Well, they go out there and they buy their own stock. They buy their stock back. Now, what does that do? Makes their stock prices go up so that, Jamie Dimon can get a bigger bonus this year. He can, $100 million plus just in bonus money. Now, whose money is that really? Is he a genius? No, he's not a genius. It's our money. It's my money. It's your money. Every time they print money, it makes us poor, right? They print the money, we become poor. That's how it works. Okay, let's think about real estate now. Okay, so when they print the money and they give it to BlackRock. They give it to Blackstone. These are huge companies. These are companies that own thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of homes. What do these companies do? Well, they get the money for free. They pay 0% on the money. They get it for free from the Federal Reserve because they're close with the Federal Reserve. They're really tight, right? So they get the money for free. Now, what do they do with the money? Well, they go out there and they buy homes. They buy homes, 1,000 homes at a time. Now, why are they buying homes? They're buying homes so that you cannot buy the home. They want to rent you the home. They want to make money on the rental of the home back to you. You see, now, if they weren't buying these homes, you could go out and buy the home because the home would be more affordable. But these big corporations, they jump in, and they jump in with all cash. It's free money from the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve printed that money out of thin air, makes us responsible for it because we have to pay that money back, gives it to Blackstone, gives it to BlackRock. They go buy the home so that you can't buy the home. You have to pay 3% on your mortgage, and that rate's going up and up and up. But is the mortgages going up for BlackRock and Blackstone? No, they get the money for free. They get it for free from the Federal Reserve. Look, at 1 out of every 4 homes sold right now is sold to a corporation. This is bad. This is bad. You should be writing your congressman. You should be asking for corporations, make them pay 5%, 10% property tax. Look, at the typical owner, when they buy a house, it's 1%. Corporations have to be stopped. It's just stealing money from you. It's stealing money from me. The Federal Reserve has to be stopped. They should not be allowed to do insider trading. There is so much of conflict of interest here. I mean, I know that, your Congress people, they do insider trading all the time. Now, Nancy Pelosi says it's not insider trading. You know why? You know why? Because I'm not trading. It's my husband that's trading. I give him the information. He trades. He makes millions of dollars for us on the insider information. Look, this is a conflict of interest, and it's been going on, well, hundreds of years. It is a crime. It is criminal. But does anybody care? Nobody cares. Nothing's going to happen. The Federal Reserve, they investigated themselves. They investigated themselves, and you know what they said? They said there's no problem. They said there's no insider trading. Really? Really? Is that how we live in the U.S.? I guess it is now, right? Nobody really cares anymore. They don't care that we're being robbed blind. And we are being robbed blind with the debt. They're printing debt. They're printing debt. Printing debt. That's what they do. That's all they do, okay? They keep rates artificially low by buying bonds. They buy about 80 billion a month. By buying mortgages, they keep interest rates low there also by buying mortgages, about $40 billion a month. Now, these are minimum numbers. A lot of months, if the market starts to go down, they buy more to make the market go back up. We cannot have the markets collapse. Now, maybe we can now because the Federal Reserve, the president's Federal Reserve President Jerome Powell, he says, hey, all those millions of dollars we made, we're going to sell our stocks now. We're going to sell our bonds. We're going to take our profits, and we're not going to do it. Well, they're not going to do it for a while. So maybe we do get a chance for the markets to come back in because they don't have to prop them up now because they don't have their money in there. Now, when their money's in there, well, they want to create these bubbles, and there are bubbles everywhere. There's real estate bubbles. There's stock market bubbles. There's bond bubbles. There's crypto bubbles. There's bubbles everywhere. You know where there's not bubbles? It's not bubbles in the gold and silver markets. But although today, the miners are exploding higher. Now, I do have the miners on all the way out till January. And these are just exploding higher right now. That trade's working for me, which is making me really happy. I'm a little sad on my SPY puts, but they still have a week left. Now, are we going to get, let's see, we've been up 8 days in a row on the SPY. Now we got another 5 trading days left next week before my options expire. Oh, we're going to be up 13 days in a row? I don't think so. I think we're going to get a pullback. We'll see if I'm right. A lot of trades don't work out. I make, well, let's call it 7 out of 10 of my trades work out, and I lose on probably 3 out of 10 of my trades. And I trade a lot of options. I do option trading, and options have this thing called time decay. So like the SPY, it hasn't gone up a lot since I put these on, but the options, they decay over time and they go down. So I do need them. I do need the market to pull back in if those SPY become profitable. Maybe they won't. Maybe I'll take them off. Maybe they'll just be sometimes you just got to take your loss and move on to the next trade. But the gold miners, gold and silver, I really believe in them. A lot of people think they're dead. They think that only crypto goes up. Well, crypto goes up. Crypto's at record highs. I like buying stuff when it's at a record high. Not really. I really don't. Okay, so where's silver at? Well, silver, it's approaching $25, right? Okay, that's like, let me think, that's like 50% off its 1980 price. 1980! Silver was $50 in 1980. And now we're 50% off the 1980 price. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. I think it's one of the cheapest commodities on the planet. I think it's going to have an explosion. I think it's going to hit triple digits. I actually believe that. Matter of fact, I know that. I don't just believe it. I know what they're doing to the dollar. They're printing it like crazy. Gold and silver, they're going to have their day. Mark my words. But anyways, I'm in the miners. I'm in the miners out till January, and those are exploding higher. So yeah, making money there. Not making money with that SPY put trade yet. We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe later today they come in, but it looks like we're going to hit that new record high again today. New record high. Now, you go out in the real world. I mean, me and you, we leave the house every now and then, right? We get out there, we look around, we go to restaurants, and we look at the economy, we look at the stores that are closed, we look at the shelves on the stores that are kind of empty, we look at price inflation exploding higher. This is not good. Typically this would be crashing the market, but they're going to keep printing that money. They want to prop it up for some reason. We'll see how it plays out. Now, if you like talking about this stuff, I love talking about this stuff. I mean, a lot of it, I'd be perfectly honest, some of it's kind of depressing, watching the inflation rise up, watching gas prices over $5 a gallon in my area. That's crazy, right? Probably going to hit $10. I don't see it stopping anytime soon. But, it is fascinating, and you got to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself against inflation. That's what I think the miner trade is a good trade to have. I think gold and silver is good to have. It protects yourself from what they're doing to us. The Federal Reserve, they're going to keep printing money, and believe me, they're going to keep doing insider trading, and they're going to keep telling you that it's not insider trading. I love Nancy Pelosi comment, hey, my husband's the trader, not me. I just tell him what to invest in because I know, because I'm in Congress. Look, if you take away the power from these people, Congress is now going to dole out, what, $3.5 trillion? $3.5 trillion. They're giving that out. Now, who are they going to give that money to? Well, these lobbyists, they come in and they spend billions of dollars flow into the politicians' pockets. Now, it's not directly. Maybe it's just, well, they get the private plane. They get all the clothes free. I don't know what they do. But the lobbyists come in and they give them the money because the power's here. We got to take away the power from big government, give it back to you and me, and we do that with sound money, gold and silver. I believe in it. If you like this stuff, give me the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you really like it. Everybody, please, get out there. Have some fun this weekend, and we'll talk again next week. Bye-bye now. I'm Tall Mike. Bye-bye.